Welcome to the Battle Nations Reborn YouTube channel. I am very excited to cover the relaunch of an all-time favorite game of mine, Battle Nations. This video will be a channel overview of things to come and overall vision for the channel and videos I would like to do, such as game news, how to play, unit reviews, unit rankings, event reviews, PvP and PvE advice, and tips for both whale and free-to-play players. I plan to run 3 accounts, one high spending, one low spending, and one no spending. This will make for a well-rounded channel for all player types and equip each player with solid information. My former experience as a Battle Nations player, I began in 2012. My brother-in-law showed me the game, and I fell in love. I loved playing the PvP and PvE with him and building bases and just kind of had a real fun time learning the game. I was a low to no spender and ended up taking a break after like 6, 7 months of playing the game. We just needed to focus on school and work at the time, and then re-engaged the game in 2014 after kind of a year off, and ended up realizing it was kind of silly to take a break when I did because the game was just super active then. There were weekend events, XP and SP events. There were guild events, boss strikes that were happening almost every month. There was promo units being pushed out about every 2 to 3 weeks, and there was just a ton of activity in the community. So I really fell in love with the game and ended up kind of grinding through the guilds even. And by the end of the game cycle, made my way up to one of the top guilds, BNA Striker. I was very invested in the forums and in the game. I was even invited to Z2 in February 2016 for a summit to what we thought was going to be kind of a few players giving them advice on how to grow the game and how to make the game even better. But we were all disappointed when we learned it was basically just play testing a game for them that never saw the light of day. And then eventually Z2 ended up selling the company to King Digital, and Battle Nations ended up being no more at the end of 2016. There's a really good video out by BByGIRAFFE about the life of Z2 and Battle Nations, and I'll link that below because it's a really solid video if you're wondering what happened to Z2 and Battle Nations. Since the demise of Battle Nations in 2016, there's been a number of relaunch efforts to relaunch Battle Nations. Some good, some bad, most failing epically or just never being a true faithful recreation of Battle Nations. You may be asking, what is happening with development now that's different? Why make a YouTube channel for a game that's been dead for 8 years? A new company called Madrona Games has been trying to bring back Battle Nations since May 2023. In September 2023, Madrona Games signed and entered into a license agreement with King.com regarding the assets of the original Battle Nations. A huge win for the community. The devs are now off to the races, making a faithful Battle Nations remake, and even making it better than before. So what can I do to get involved? There are 3 big ways to get involved. One is the Battle Nations Discord with almost 10,000 users. I'll put links below this video. Lots of fun things are happening here, from community posts, lots of dev and admin interactions in the chats, and almost a monthly update on where they're at and exciting news about development. The second way to get involved is Madrona Games website. That gives you updates on what the company is doing and things that they're working on. I'll also put links for that below. The third way to get involved, and probably the most important, is the Battle Nations Patreon. There are currently 450 Patreon users, and I'll put the links below to that. I will make a whole video just on the Battle Nations Patreon to cover the different tiers and what they get you. But for now, this is the important part. If you're a patron and you do $5 a month, you get access to the sandbox mode that you currently see in front of you. This is just kind of a fun sandbox mode where you can play. You can even move mountains in the sandbox mode or even move resources. You could build a completely faithful recreation of your base. It has all the buildings, all the decorations, all the resources and military things that you could want to build. So, just kind of a cool sandbox mode that they gave the donators access to just for something to do in the meantime while we're waiting. There's also a special Discord chat that you get access to, and fun in-game rewards and merch depending on your level of donation. But the most important part about being a donor is you will get access to a midsummer beta release, probably sometime between July and August. And what to expect during the beta, it'll be a fresh start from account level 1. Everyone will start from the same place. There'll be no PvE or guilds. So it gives the developers time to refine and balance the game. But the original story will be there, the original gameplay, all the original units, and it'll be just like playing the original Battle Nations. But you overexcited fanboy, you ask, what if I don't want to donate? If you're in a wait and see mode and your budget is tight, I would suggest wait for the year end global launch 2024. So, probably sometime around Christmas or the New Year's, there will be a launch for all players on a bunch of different platforms. And this also gives you time to see how the Patreon users are enjoying the game, and if you will have no regrets if something in development goes wrong. Just a disclaimer, I have no affiliation with Z2 or Madrona Games. This channel will be for the players by the players. I want to be honest with my excitement and my skepticism with this game and development process. That being said, I am really excited to relaunch this game and community of players around this game. See you out on the battlefield. Battle Nations Reborn signing out.